Hello, my name is Ant and you are watching Survive the Night. And it is that time of year again. It's the Christmas camp. But doing two separate videos on this one, and this one is all about the new choice of tent for this season. Now, I say season, this one is definitely not a 4-season tent. But it is very cheap, and if you're just starting out into wild camping, could this be the tent that you choose? And I found just the pitch for it. Perfect. Cannot ask for better, I don't think. Nice little moss floor, quite level. Yeah, I reckon here. Whoa. And at 1.82 kilos, you cannot complain at the weight. It is perfect for those starting out, as I say, into wild camping. Or for DofEs, really. It's a tiny little thing, and it just weighs next to nothing. Now, this is the first time out of the bag. I have seen it set up. So it looks pretty easy. The only thing I'm not too sure about it is the inner first, which I never liked that idea, but we'll see how we go. Just 2 poles as well. And supposedly it takes just 7 minutes to put up. So I notice here got like a little key feature, which is that is going to actually go up inside the pole. That's how the pole is held together. I suppose in the driving rain, you'd be thinking your inner's getting totally wet through, but once you get used to it, I reckon you'd have this up in no time. There we go. So this now clips into here. Oh yeah, perfect. I totally trust Vango, I really do. I think they make some cracking gear and really good affordable tents. And I have no issues sending Charlie out on his DofE in something like this. Or the Banshee. He's been in the Banshee as well as the Bobcat. He's done them both, and I've no doubt when he does his gold, because he's done his bronze, silver, and he's onto his gold now. Eventually, if he completes it, I have no doubt he'd be quite happy in this. But that is the inner all done. And yeah, still can't work out what these are for. Had a look on the instructions and it doesn't actually say. Now, I thought that it may well be possibly through the massive eye hole there, and quite possibly it might be, but we'll hang on to them and see what happens. We'll throw the fly sheet over now and now, if it was a windy camp, you'd have to be really careful. So I would peg it out before you threw it over. Find the back or the front and just peg it out and see how you go. Now it's just titivating now, I reckon. Well, that's us. We're all pretty much set up now. I've noticed I've got quite a few pegs left, and definitely I would put them more around the inner as well, but we're not in for a bad night at all. I don't even think it's meant to be raining today, and it's certainly not going to be windy, so I'm happy with how it is. We can have it's a first look, it's a first pitch up. I have not took it out of the bag. I have literally just got it up here, and you've seen it, and you've seen me put it up. So yeah, there are, like I say, a few pegs left. But let's open it up and have a look inside it. Is there a right way or a wrong way to strap your door down? Inside? Are you an insie or an outsie? Put it in the comments below, which way you'd rather go. Right, let's have a look at it. Let's open it up. I reckon it's going to be literally blackout inside. Ooh, I was right. Oh, that is quite nice. A little bit baggy on the top there, but that will stop all the condensation from touching that and getting you wet. So it's a 3000 hydrostatic head. It's got two separate toggles, one for the outer and one for the inner. It looks quite roomy inside. Right, I'm getting my boots off, I'm getting in. Ha! This is going to be a bit of a struggle, isn't it? Huh? Oh. Oh. Now, can I sit up in it? Well, hunched. So, might be an issue for people with back problems like myself. So, if you're thinking about spending long periods of time, say in bad weather, then this might not be the tent for you. I mean, here I can have a stove going on, I can be cooking, as long as you position it right as to where the rain's coming. If it's sheeting, driving rain, then yeah, you'd want it pitching. Obviously the rain coming in that way, don't you? My feet are touching at the bottom there, so I would say, well, I am literally looking up at the trees there, and I'm 5'9". Well, I bet you're wondering what features you actually get with it. Well, you get zips and doors, and not much else really. Let's have a see. So you've got a place there where you can hang a lantern, which is great. It is just literally a hoop, and you've got a pocket to my left and another pocket to my right. You've got some nice ventilation mesh as well, and so you've got two at the front, one at either side, and then another ventilation mesh just down at the bottom there, and both of those kind of peg out or hold out.
Hello, Billy Bobs. Hello, Billy Bobs. Hello, Billy Bobs. Hello. Good boy, yeah. So it's the usual suspects on this camp, apart from I brought the blanket. Now, temperatures are around about going down to about 6 degrees, so we're going to be fine with the 3 seasons bag. But I thought it's a local camp, it's nice and easy to get to. Why not splash out and carry a little bit more weight? So yeah, we've brought the nice outhouse wool blanket, and yeah, we're going to have a cosy night in there, I reckon, a good night's sleep. Well, it's taking that mat right up to the top. There's literally no give there. That is quite tight. No, this is a whole different ball game when your gear's in. Oh, whoa, whoa. So, climbing in it. So climbing in it when it's full is a whole different ball game. Now, the baffles on this are probably around about what, 2-3 inches off, and yeah, that pretty much takes me right up to the inner. And let's have a seat when we laid down. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Okay, well that is pretty tight there. So my head is definitely out. So let's have a look at it when it's all zipped up. Let's have a see. You guys aren't going to have much of a view, but I'll try and describe it to you as we go. There's no point in bringing you in just yet because it's pitch black in here. There we go. Right, so that's the inner zipped up, and my head is touching that. You can probably see that at the minute. So you can see this is definitely not a tent for the more larger people. I would say 5'9", my height, 5'10" possibly, but any higher, and I reckon you'd be struggling with that. Seriously. Right, let's close the inner. Here we go. So through the summer months, you would have to have the inner shut because of all the insects. That's not too bad, but like I say, my head is touching the inner there, and my feet are touching the bottom. So it is very much a small, compact tent. Is it a bobcat killer? First impressions, no. Definitely not. But, as I say, it's early days, and I do still like it. I like the look of it. Well, as you can see, it is the morning after, and the night, well, I don't think, to be honest with you, this tent is going to get much of an outing with me. Possibly, like I say, in the spring and summer months, but it's just too small. It really is too small. My feet all night long were catching at the bottom. It felt as though I had 2 smaller boots on to fit my feet. It was constantly pushing on my toes right at the bottom, and I'm on a slight incline, a real slight incline, so it wasn't that I was kept pushing down towards the bottom. And in the end, I literally had to unzip the inner and stick my head out through here to give me a little bit of breathing room. So my head was actually out on the fly sheet, really, in the porch area. So that's not good. I wanted a comfy night's sleep, and I was hoping this would give me that, but it didn't do. So yeah, the Vango Soul one-man tent for me, I would say, is a no-no. If you're 5'9", any taller than that, you would really, really struggle. You'd have your knees up. The room inside it, width-wise, is fantastic. You could get your pack in there. I managed to get my pack into the porch area. And yeah, but for me, I think it's a big no. Well, that is it. We are done. And I wouldn't say it's a review, but it's a first time setup and a first sleep in it. Like I say, I don't think there's going to be many more, if I'm honest. And it's a shame because I really like the look of the tent. It looked well, you know, it was pitched up really well, you know, tightly strung, so I wouldn't have any issues with rain or wind or anything like that. It is just too small, really too small, and that's unfortunate, but hey. Right, if you have enjoyed this video and if it's been a help to you, you know, in purchasing one of these, whether you were thinking about purchasing one for the new up and coming spring and summer 2024, yeah, nuts, then yeah, I hope I've helped you out a little bit in your choice. But yeah, if you're 5'3" or below, I think you'd be all right. But kids, Duke of Edinburgh, dead cert for sure. You know, you get, I mean, Charlie, he's nearly as tall as me now. He'd probably struggle in it, but the younger ones, for your bronze and silver, you might be able to manage it. But yeah, and they do, Vango do promote it as a first tent, so you've got to take that into account as well. Anyway, if you are, like I say, if you've enjoyed it, if you think about subscribing and hitting that like button, it really helps. And please comment below as to what you thought of this tent. If you own it, what are your thoughts on it? All right, take it easy. Bye.